Here with Endicott football head coach Kevin DeWall, getting ready to preview this weekend's conference matchup versus Nichols. Coach, before we get there, just talk about last weekend.
Yeah, last week was our third and final non-conference game. Had a good opponent come in, and unfortunately probably played our least inconsistent game of all the three games so far this year. Had some opportunities early on, some good field position that we didn't capitalize on offense, and that kind of led to St. Lawrence grabbing some momentum and then pulling away a little bit there by the tail end of the game. But we're going to use that as a good learning tool, and as we head into our first game in the conference this upcoming Saturday, I think we're going to take a lot from those first three games and hopefully catapult as we start our conference schedule.
Coach, just talk about this week against Nichols. You know, from a record standpoint, you're really starting at 0-0. Just talk about the mentality going into this weekend's game.
Yeah, no doubt. We knew going in that those first three games were going to be good tests for us. Those three teams are now combined 8-1, and like as we talked about, likely having good chances to compete for their conference titles. So those were three playoff type teams that we were going to prepare for, and that's kind of how we looked at it. As you know, we would love to, the competitor and myself and our staff and our team would love to be sitting at 3-0 or 2-1 and trying to win every game we take the field with. We didn't have that, unfortunately, that outcome for those three games. That being said, I think there was a lot of things to learn from and progress from those three contests. And as we head into league play, I think we're a better team despite our 0-3 record than we were obviously when we started the year. So that's our mindset. We knew regardless if we were 3-0 in our conference, or excuse me, if we were 3-0 in our non-league schedule or whether we were 0-3, it's going to come down to how well we do in our conference game. So starting out 0-0, we play a very good Nichols team. It's 2-1 right now. They're a lot of momentum and upstart for their program. They're playing a lot of young kids over the last year or two, and their coaching staff's doing a good job integrating their new kids. Transfer quarterback on offense that's doing very good things for them, very productive. They're starting a freshman tailback that's right now leading the conference in rushing with productive receivers, a couple young offensive linemen. So they're much more productive on offense, which was one of the things last year our defense was able to do a good job shutting down their offense. Well, now they're putting up some points and controlling the ball a little bit more. So that'll be a good test for our defense. And then on the offensive side of the ball, for us, going against their defense, they have two inside linebackers that are their captains and leaders. Very good inside linebackers. They're going to be their leading tacklers all over the field. A couple good guys at the point of attack. They run an odd front 3-4 defense with some very athletic DBs. So they're going to do a lot to try to stimmy up playing some nickel and dime packages against our passing game. And really what it comes down to, and as we do every week, we got to focus on taking care of our business on all three phases. And that's our focus this week, is to really put the onus back on cleaning up some of the mistakes that we've kind of made out in the field and maybe left some plays out there that have given those other three teams that we've played some opportunities to capitalize from. And if we can do that moving forward, I think we're going to put ourselves in good shapes to get some victories here moving forward.
Coach, just talk about the NEFC awards last week. Second week in a row for Chris Lipscomb, Special Teams Player of the Week, and Jesse Simoni, Defensive Rookie of the Week. Just talk about their performances over the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, Jesse, starting as a corner, young man from Albany that we recruited this year, has come in and honestly, as each week has gotten significantly better. As we mentioned, it's a common theme, and we try not to, hit it like a broken record and like that. But we're playing a lot of young guys, and the exciting part of seeing young guys play is their development over time, and in just a short time he's really progressed, and he had his most complete game this past Saturday. Was in position both statistically and from his playing wise to have a very productive day, and we're excited about his development as well as a lot of our younger guys. So you'll see that theme going out through all year long. There are going to be a lot of young guys in addition to Jesse that are stepping up and improving throughout the year. Chris Lipscomb is one of our most versatile athletes on our team. Maybe he hasn't had the same production at wide receiver yet as we've had some opportunities, we missed him, we've had some drops, but he performs well for us, and not only his leadership ability as a captain, obviously as a wide receiver, but he's stepped up and done some very good things the last 2 weeks, in particular punting, placing the other team maybe with long fields, pinning them. So his ability to not only just punt the ball and be a threat in special teams is obviously helping our team be in better situations. So both of those guys were very deserving of those awards, and I think they'll be significant players for us moving forward.
Coach, just last question for you. Kind of lost in the shuffle throughout the 3 games to start the year. Just talk about the special teams for us on defense, especially with a lot of the blocks that we've had, and talk about that line. They've just kind of gone under the radar, but statistically speaking, they're tops in the country.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the things that can be deceiving right now. Everyone looks at the 0-3 record, and we're playing much better at this point. Those blocks have put us in good situations that have capitalized on over the course of the 3 games. And even last Saturday, we had good scoring opportunities that we didn't capitalize on. But they're definitely we put a focus on all 3 phases, and the kicking game, not only winning the kicking game, but also creating some of those blocks and some plays that change the field position and momentum for us. So we think that we're going to continue to put that as a focus moving forward as we jump into conference play. And I think that'll help us put us in some situations where we're going to be able to take advantage of it, hopefully even as of this early as this week, and obviously in all of our conference games moving forward.
All right, thank you, and good luck this Saturday.
Thank you, Sean.